Hello. Hello, hello. Um, my gloves. Gloves. I don't think I'm ready to get that out yet. Let me get this out though. Hello. Oops. All right. Put this over here. This here. All right. I'm gonna clean this off over here. Hey, we're gonna talk about frost today. I've got a simulator here. We're gonna be using pretending this is a cattle panel trellis, and I want to demonstrate what I plan to do with this to make a DIY greenhouse. So hello, hello. Let me clean this off so it's easier to see what we're going to be doing here. Frost. I got my plastic here from last year that I'm going to reuse. Let me know if you guys are going to be protecting your garden and how you're going to be doing it. Talking about frost protection here. Hope everyone's doing well. Frost protection. I don't know. Am I supposed to be doing this different? Hello. Talking about frost protection, and today I've actually got a little piece of just fencing here that we're going to use for simulation purposes. Hello, hello. We're going to do greenhousing today. Or at least my idea of how I'm going to reuse my cattle panel trellises to greenhouse. And a different part today where I can get a little bit more shade than usual. I'm just trying to remove some of this twining so it's not so much of a distraction. Hello, hello. Talking about garden frost preparation. What are you guys doing to protect your gardens if you still have them going this winter? Every year I always have a stash of cardboard and whatnot prepared, and this time I've got cattle panel trellises that I'm going to use properly this winter to protect my garden from frost. Do you guys have any unique ideas to protect your plants from frost? Let me know. I'm in North Texas where we do get freezing temperatures, usually in mid-November. And we do get hard freezes as well, down to 10 degrees some winters. So let me know. Hi, Lorena. Good to see you. We're out here trying to figure out how I'm going to protect my garden through winter. It gets cold, but not too cold, 10 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm trying to find creative ways to allow my garden to continue growing. So it's a different type of greenhousing. This greenhousing is going to be to keep my plants alive rather than starting new plants. Good morning, Jackie. So, yeah, are you guys having to, I guess, what are some initial thoughts on what you're going to do to protect your plants, if any? Obviously, one of the good choices is to bring them indoors if you have the space, which I really don't. So that's why I'm trying to get creative about how I use or protect my plants in outdoor spaces. Lorena, how are things going with you? But yeah, so I'm just okay. Jackie, I was going to use this to simulate because my cattle panel trellis, I still haven't had a chance to move it out, and it's just way too big for discussion purposes. So I thought I could use this to simulate like a cattle panel truss, right? This is just a piece of that. I'm not even sure what they call it, but it's got, let's just pretend it's a cattle panel truss. Let's see, I'm taking my husband into building a PVC pipe art. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so yours is gonna be a legit one. Are you gonna be able to, I guess you can take it apart as needed, right, Jackie? I'm not that fancy. And honestly, I have a bunch of cattle panel trellises, four of them in total, actually, that I need to use because otherwise I have nowhere to store them. Nice. Okay, that's exciting, Jackie. Since I have four cattle panel trellises, I'm just trying to think about how I'm going to use them in the garden. And last year I did this. I essentially, so let's pretend this is a cattle panel, right? Your cattle panel is like this. I have them in arches right now, so this is how they're being used. You have, let's see what Lorena, you see you have some plants. Okay, awesome. Weather is so crazy sometimes. Yeah, yeah, Jackie. So it's almost like you need something that can quickly assemble up. Exciting. Okay, so let's pretend this was a cattle panel trellis. I was thinking, and this is what I did last year. I just literally put it back up like this. And then I took the plastic, because I still have a bunch of plastic sheeting, right? I think it's 6 millimeter thick. And it's actually got a few tears in it, unfortunately. But it's such a large piece. It'll work for the actual cattle panel, but if I just unfurl it just for the purpose of the demonstration. Let's see. Can I get a thin piece here? All right. Let's just pretend this is a thin piece. I literally just did this. I did this and it went like this. So this was my greenhouse design. Pretend that plastic is like a single piece of film. It worked, except it wasn't very stable because I didn't properly base the cattle panel. So I think what I'm going to do differently this year. Hello, Lorena. I'm just looking here. The weather's so. What are you growing, Lorena? Lorena, what are you growing? Yes, what are you growing? Jackie's asking. So I think what I was going to do is I'm going to lay it on its side. The cattle panel is what? Maybe about 4 inches in width, right? So I was thinking of laying it on its side. This is not to size. You guys will have to stay creative with me. But this is probably about the height of the cattle panel, right? And so if I end up successfully growing broccoli or cauliflower, it would probably grow to about this height, right? And I could cover it. If not, I still have other plants to cover. And I plan to go like this. I plan to go like this. Just take it and go like this. What do you think? What do you guys think? Will that work? I think it'll work. Thanks, they're really just to protect my hands. They're all holy and everything. Not really good for gardening anymore, but good for handling other things. Thanks, Jackie. I mean, thanks, Eric. I was just talking about greenhouse and what I'm going to do this winter. Let me know if you have any ideas. I already have 4 cattle panel trellises, so I do want to try and use them because I have nowhere to store them otherwise. So I was thinking of laying them on its side. Last year I did an arch and it was almost too, it got caught in the wind a lot because I also had no ventilation, right? So the wind would just literally take the whole piece and go like this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it lower to the ground, and then when it's a good day, not too cold, I'm going to open it up, and then when it is cold, I'll just keep it closed. Let's see, Jackie, you're saying, hi, Bob. Sorry, missed you. Lorena, you grow flowers and cacti. Love it. I love flowers. Jackie, you say I love flowers, but I don't have much luck sometimes. I only have 2 flowers doing well. Slowly with experience. You also grow a lot of cacti, Jackie. That is the one thing I don't grow a lot of. I don't grow cacti, and I think it's mainly because I've only got so much room, so I've been prioritizing flowers and food in my garden. Sunflower, excellent. But yes, so if you guys do garden, I don't know, holler. Let me know if you guys have any frost preparation plans. My plans are always pretty rudimentary. It's either bring them indoors if I have the space, which I really don't. Otherwise, I say cardboard boxes and plastic so I can use the combination of both to protect plants that are outside and in the ground or in containers. And then what else? Um, and then this will be something I'm gonna try again this year, where I take my cattle panel trellis, wind factor as much, and um, do posts along here to keep them anchored or upright, and then use my plastic cover it. I was just thinking, I think my plastic's only 20 feet. I hope it's wide. I hope that's enough to cover the whole circle because I was planning on using the cattle panel in like a circle form, but laid on its side, like a literal pen. Jackie, you say we choose fruiting cacti like banana, yucca, and prickly pears. Oh, beautiful, Lorena. Oh, okay, water. You gotta water them. Excellent. I like the PVC ID, Jackie. Maybe when you do, if you do one like this, target areas where it might actually then cut your plastic and then reduce the cycle of it. So Jackie, you'll also need like a plastic like this, right? Even if you do have a PVC setup. At least the PVC setup won't be cutting your plastic, huh? It'll be smoother. But yep. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think this one I just got from it was Home Depot. um. Yep. So I still got some holes in here. But yeah, so that's my plan for winter. This plastic, this is the 6 millimeter one. I think it does the job, but you still have to make sure that your plants, I think, are well watered the day before a freeze comes in. Well watering is part of key, and then if the interior is not warm enough, maybe I don't know, put newspaper, some sort of thatching or somewhat to keep the temperature warmer. Or I hear people even use like buckets of water, just to keep the humidity higher so that there's less chance of freezing or something like that. Maybe that's what I'll need to do. Guys, I'm super ambitious right now, but I'm really actually I don't know. It's going to get really cold and I'll not be very motivated to be outside. So we'll see. Right now, it's nice. It's fall out here. I'm talking ambitiously about my greenhouse plans, but I don't know, come winter, I hopefully I'll have things to continue showing. Because all it really needs is one day for a strong wind to blow this off, and then all your plants go bye bye. Oh, I'll have to do more reading. I didn't realize it was going to be so involved. Oh, giant greenhouse. Bye, Lorena. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Jackie. Let's see. No, I'm only saying that. I think it just depends on your outdoor temperature. If it's really cold, that's when you might need to take extra measures. But since you have even less chance of freezing than I do, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I think you need a very light plan. Whereas I think for me, it sometimes gets down to 10 degrees and we get snow, although that's only a couple years, every other year. I will need to have some other plan in place, one that's more robust and can withstand colder temperatures. So I'm just thinking through that. Yeah. Because the thing about the greenhouse is you do need to on really warm you do kind of have to watch the temperature, right? If it's a really nice day, because we also get really nice winter days, right? If you leave your greenhouse covered and let the sun heat it up, it's going to get really hot in there really quickly, and that's also not good for your plants either. So it's almost like you have to keep an eye on the greenhouse and make sure it gets the ventilation it needs on a hot day, and that it also gets the warmth that it needs on a really cool day. Oh, that's right. You mentioned that you guys are expecting snow here this winter. I didn't even check my almanac. I probably am also expecting snow and I didn't even realize it. I didn't even realize it. But here we go. Um, one of the reasons I've been prepping is my fire. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. We do have a fireplace, and funnily enough, we only recently discovered that it is functional. I think we thought, I don't know, we never explored it. So we've been living here for, it'll be 6 years now. And the first 3 years, we did not use a fireplace at all. We never even turned it on, never even tried. And about 3 years ago, we were like, we turned it on. I was like, wow, this is so magical. It was a gas one, so it's really easy to just turn on. I was like, wow, this is so magical, and to have warmth right here. So ever since then, we've been using it, but it's also gas. So, um, like a lot of this other garden stuff, like the stuff that has died, I typically use the wintertime to kind of burn that stuff down and reduce my like garden waste right that way. It reduces down so quickly. I love it. That's why we have natural fires, right? It's a great way to reduce the nutrients back into the soil. Let's see, one of the reasons right? Oh, so I think we were talking about your fireplace last time. What did you say about it? You mentioned that it was, so it doesn't keep you very warm. Is that what you were saying? Ours is wood. If we lose power for a long time. Oh, that's really nice. That's nice, Jackie. I guess if we lost power, we would also be able to use our gas fireplace. That is nice. Although that one time that we did have that outage because of the snow, we did not use it because we did not turn on or know how to turn on our fireplace. Haha, awesome. So, this plastic. I don't know. I'm just excited to test this out. Let's not have a snowmageddon again. No snowmageddon again. No snowmageddon again. Although this time I'll be better prepared. We know how to turn on our gas fireplace now. And yeah, and I have an idea for how I would greenhouse my stuff. I've actually not grown much through winter except for garlic and onions, so this will be exciting. I was living in a studio apartment. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's miserable, Jackie. Hi guys, we're here to talk about frost preparation for the garden. Or what are you guys doing, if anything, for preparing your garden for frost? One of the key things that I'm doing since I have 4 cattle panels is I typically try to put them to use because I otherwise have no place to store my cattle panels. And my thoughts were in the summertime, I grow stuff on it like an arch. But now in the wintertime, just to minimize the fact that the greenhouse will be blown around, I'm gonna lay it on its side and use it like a pen, pen, like a play pen, and then cover it with plastic. So that's my plan. That's what I'm gonna try this winter. I think the height of it will work well for tall vegetables like cauliflower and broccoli, which, by the way, none of mine has successfully sprouted, or at least not to my knowledge, but that's okay. Maybe next year. And then I would put plastic over it. My plan is to use it intermittently, though, so I'll just keep an eye on the temperatures. If it's looking really warm that day and sunny, I'm just going to open it up and let the plants sit out. If it's looking really cold, I'm going to protect them as needed. But really, only protecting as I need to, though, because the plants still need sun, still need wind to grow strong. And the more you protect it, the more accustomed they become to that environment. And if you were to ever remove the tarp, they would just go in an instant. Oh, hi, welcome back, Lorena. You're saying Jackie. Oh, add a Q&A sticker. Common phrase that makes no sense. Let's try it. This is like a new feature. Common phrases. Oh, I like this. Oh, this is a new feature. Okay, how are you using preparing for frost in your garden? That's what I'm gonna type. Done. Okay, and I can put it anywhere. Perfect. Oh, start Q&A. Sure. Oh, it's right over my face. I don't know how to move it. Does that go over my face? Anyway, Jackie, you were saying we're talking about building it about 3 feet. Oh, okay, Jackie. So yours is going to be lower in height too. Okay, great. Yeah, like I was talking last year, I tried to do a walk-in one, so I used that traditional archway and walk. It was just, I think it was overkill. I mean, what are you going to do? It was like there's all this headspace, and then all it does is it gets blown around by the wind. I like that idea, Jackie. I feel like the lower to the ground it is, the less maintenance it is. But then the idea is that you would need to remove the tarp in order to access your plants. So plan to access them on a warm day. That would be a only trick though. But I feel like that is an effective way for me to use my materials and build a greenhouse without spending a ridiculous amount of money. Lorena, you have this plant. What's that plant? Oh, is that, oh, hibiscus? Is that, do you have a hibiscus? Sorry, I have this over my face. How do I move this? Oh, there we go. Oh, I moved it smaller. Oh, perfect. Oh, that's better. I have to cut back and wrap the banana tree and hope it. Mm. And then Jackie, for yours, are you thinking of doing it like in a square format? Or will it be like circular? I mean, square probably makes the most sense. It would be easier to build with because if your PVC pipes go at angles, 90-degree angles, that'll be easier to build in like a square format. Hello, hello. Thank you guys for joining us. We are talking about frost preparation in the garden. And I have 4 cattle panel trellises that I plan to reuse again for winter. Last year, I tried to do a walk-in tunnel with 3 of them aligned in a row or in a tunnel, but it ended up being, um, well, I don't think I built it very robustly because my intent was always to be able to take it down whenever I needed to at a whim. So it was flimsy to begin with because I want to be able to take it down for winter and put them up for spring. So that is a plan. Um, this year, though, I think I'm going to try and make things a little bit easier. I feel like the walk-in is not necessarily is not necessary for me. I plan to do like a lower than hip height greenhouse that'll be tall enough to accommodate tall plants like cauliflower and broccoli if I'm able to successfully grow them. If I don't, maybe next year. And then I will be able to use this plastic to cover over it. This is plastic that I used last year as well. It does have a bit of holes, so I think I'm going to take some precautions to, if there are any jagged edges here, wrap them in cloth so they don't tear up my plastic any more than there already is. Jackie, you're saying we're talking about arcing the PVC. Oh, okay. For the banana tree, I'll wrap it with chicken wire and stuff it with banana tree cutting. Ah, perfect, Jackie. That sounds nice and cozy. It'll be a 2 feet tube around the banana stub. 2 feet tube. Oh, okay, to wrap it. Oh, the banana. Yeah, the where you have to cut it back to the ground. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I have that kumquat I showed you guys. That's gonna be about 3 feet this way, 3 feet this way. So we're gonna we're gonna see how that happens. I do have some cardboard box that I plan to actually, you know what? I should probably start gathering a bunch of cardboard boxes. The only thing is I have trouble storing stuff. I only have so much space here. So I'll need to think about that. I need to collect a lot more cardboard boxes, mainly also because I want to mulch my front yard where the grass has also been growing where they shouldn't. Um, so I need to re-smother those areas of the lawn. That sounds exciting. Mm. What else can I talk about that I haven't already talked about? Cardboard. Oh, Lorraine, uh, Lorena, I love your lasso. What are you saying, Lorena? I love your. Oh, do you mean voice? Voice, perhaps? Hmm. Oh, I have this. I have this other thing from my neighbor. Let me grab it real quick. So my other neighbor that also gardens, he moved away, but he didn't want to. He gave me this. I think he called this his compost bin, but essentially it's just plastic. And perhaps what I'll do. Oh, what is that? Oh gosh, you guys, it's a hornet that got stuck in this hole, and it's clearly not alive anymore. Oh, so sad. I don't know. What else you guys? Like, I don't know how did they get stuck in there? It like got stuck and it couldn't get out, I guess. Oh, I feel so bad. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I think I could potentially use this as some sort of coverage for my lower plants. It's about a feet and a half tall. What is it? It says bio orb is what it's called. Oh, interesting. Oh. Yes, yeah. So maybe that's a good one. Oh, you have a cat, Lorena? Oh, that's perfect. I clearly need one because I have mice. But I'm not gonna be I'm not we're not getting another pet just yet. I think what I'm gonna do is just at least keep them out of the house and hope the wild bobcats come by, or the coyotes, or the hawks that I've seen. I need I do like cats. I don't want it as a pet yet, just because I have two kids and I feel like that's already a lot. But I do need cats to come by and visit me so that they can help manage my mice rat population. Yes, Jackie. Yeah, so I'll have to figure out how I'm going to use that. Again, the only thing about that is, can you guess? It doesn't stow away well. So, yeah, it doesn't stow away well. Actually, it's just sitting out here. It's like right next to the trash can. I don't know it's like where would I put it? I don't know. I need to figure out a way to get more organized. But like I was saying, storage is like a huge concern for me out here. That's why when I have 4 cattle panels, I'm gonna put them used for winter too. I'm gonna put them out in the front lawn, and like I said, that's also the reason why I wanted to keep them low to the ground, just so they wouldn't stand out as much. Because it's gonna be covered like this, right? It's gonna anyway. I'm almost excited. I want to almost test it out, but I'm not gonna do it right now because I still have a bunch of growing plants out there. And if I try to maneuver this, it's just gonna squash them all or scratch them all. I'm kind of excited to try it though. So exciting. You've got dogs. No, I don't have an HOA. I think it'll be okay as long as I kind of make it look neat. That's the reason why I think I also wanted to use the cattle panel. I'm gonna do it like I said in like a plate, like in a circle. I don't feel like people are gonna be against it. And then I'm only covering it on those really cold days, and everyone else is also covering their plants as well. So I don't feel as guilty, right? I think that's gonna be okay. But otherwise, I'm gonna have it open. And the thing that I love about these types of wires, or even the cattle panel, it kind of blends in, right? When you're looking at it, it doesn't stand out like as if it were either black or white. So that's kind of why I like the metal look, because when you're looking at something, it doesn't stand out so much. I'm not using it as a design element, right? It's literally just to provide structure so that when I want to put my plastic over it, I can. Oh, yeah, you're saying garden. Yeah. Do you, let's see, hang on. Individual of the universe. Hi. Do you plant beans? What pesticides do you use to protect? Oh, I do plant beans. Here, we'll just see. Let's see, Jackie, you're saying I'm not an HOA and I refuse to. I love it, Jackie. Thank you for giving me courage. Thank you for giving me courage. I I don't have. Okay, so we'll walk over to the front area. I I often have to draw from other people's um, courage because I can't say I'm a very courageous person. Okay, this is the front. So we're walking around to the front yard. Individual universe. You were asking, do I plant beans? Yes, I do. I don't use pesticides. I like to plant organically. Okay, so we're coming up here on the side yard. You'll see I do need to trim back a little, but here are some of the rows over here that are on the side yard. And then here's the I almost forgot I was growing this, that I was growing taro. This is taro from store-bought. Taro is a root vegetable, and it looks like an elephant ear, but no, this is not. Elephant ear is poisonous. This is not. This is taro. It's a root, starchy root vegetable that is eaten, I think, in Hawaii, I know, as well as the Asian countries. Here's the blackberry. I want to move these more into the center of the garden. I just put them here on the side because that was before I had the front yard fully accounted for. Let's see. We have okay, and then here's asparagus. I'm also growing asparagus. This I also plan to move in a better spot, like more central. So there's definitely going to be some rearranging this time. Let's see what you're saying. I love it, Jackie. That is also my way. Yeah, I like to give vegetable. I love it. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Very asparagus is a perennial, right? This would be its second year for me. I've got three of them growing. Technically, I had four. I think one of them died. But I had four. What was I gonna say? I want to move it to a better spot though. I don't know. My yard's only this big. Well, I don't know yet. And I still have a bunch of frost veggies growing. That's okay though. But yes, asparagus will produce up to 30 years, right? Um, you interplants well with strawberry. That's about as much as I know. Individual of the universe, beans. So here are some of the beans that I'm growing. Don't mind my mess here. These are cowpeas. Let's see, do I have any on here right now? No. I saw that the mice took one of the peas. I saw a pea laying on the ground, but I have these planted throughout. Let's see. Let's see. It's My garden is a little messy right now because so look at this is all the spring or all the garden stuff that I'd like to eventually put in a fire and burn off, but right now here's where it is. It's holding down the cardboard. All right, here's the pretty part of it though. Here are the eggplants. Oh gosh, the eggplant's growing really big. I need to harvest this one. What do I see? This is the section of the garden that I'm proud of. The other sections are a little. Oh, okay. There's some imperfections on it, but here's the Chinese eggplant I'm growing, and here are the cherry tomatoes that grow alongside it. So this section looks good. And I've got these tomato cages to hold it up. As for beans, I have beans kind of planted throughout. Mostly they are cowpeas, though. Here's another asparagus. It's not, I mean, not asparagus. Here's another eggplant. It's not fruited yet, though. You live in Southeast Asia, individual universe, and weather's pretty humid here. Oh, I live in North Texas. It also gets it's also pretty warm year round, and we do also have a lot of bugs. What do we do though? We don't, yeah, I cover plants. I use physical protection for the plants. So mesh, for instance, is what I'll use. You can also do companion planting. I don't know. The effects of that, I don't know, are somewhat limited, I feel. Sometimes you need extra protection, like a physical barrier. So that's what I often choose for. Um, and then can I plant? Uh, I haven't tried that before, Jackie. I'll tell you what I bought are called bare root asparagus. So I guess they sprout the asparagus and then they give you the roots with it, and then you plant in your own garden. So that's what I know you can grow asparagus from. Asparagus is actually from seeds. So I guess they have asparagus seeds that you can grow, but I don't think you can actually grow from the asparagus store bought because that is literally like the top of the plant. I don't think it has a way to root. I've never tried before. Hello, Jonathan. Good morning. We were originally talking about frost, but now I'm showing off my garden. Let's see. Okay, I think this is kale down here, guys. I don't even know. I'm not sure. I think it's kale, right? Oh no, one of my eggplants isn't so hot. It's got like a disease or something. I mean, the other ones are fine though. They have a little bit of blemish on it. I'll have to go look this up. What is this? What is this? Oh gosh. Oh yeah, okay, that's another one. This one's beautiful though. Oh, okay, there's also that blemish. I gotta go look this up. This is something new. Maybe it's because I don't know why. I'll have to go look it up. Well, I haven't tried it before, Jackie. I've never heard people talk about growing asparagus like that, which just makes me think maybe it's not feasible. Let's see. I recently cleared out a bunch of the garden, but let's see. The okra. Okra is growing strong over here. Okra. Here's the okra growing. So tall. Okra over there is growing tall as well. Ooh, that one needs to be snipped. These are the two things that are growing really well. The okra right now, and also the eggplants. Oops. I did plant some Swiss chard. Let's see. Here they are. Oh, here they are. Oh, I need to mulch a little better here. But here's the Swiss chard that I planted, a baby. There's another baby that I put in the ground. I do need to try and mulch. Oh, that's a spinach. Oh no, I forgot to water this one. Whoops. Bye bye. Here is the kumquat tree, my kumquat tree here. Oh, I need to snip this back. I snipped it back earlier, about 2 weeks ago, when I saw it growing a bit long. Now it looks like I need to snip it again. But this is the one tropical plant that I'm going to need to find a way to protect in our freezing conditions. So that's also another reason why I'm trying to keep it small so I will be able to protect it with cardboard, cardboard or and plastic. Okay, here's another Asian vegetable here, but it's growing so well. Isn't that beautiful? I think it's some sort of opa squash. And then I'm using that fencing here to give it a like a little mini trellis to grow on. This is in the right of way. Yes, Jonathan, you have some. Oh, you have dogs and chickens? Awesome. Individual of the universe. I see tomato plants growing there and indicate. Oh yeah. But specifically, I only grow the oops. I specifically only grow the cherry tomatoes though. I don't grow big cherries. At least not, sorry, I don't grow big tomatoes, at least not right now in my climate. It is friendlier to, oops, sorry, is friendlier to spring climates than it is now. Okra is growing so well. It looks like this is, um, I also, I also have cosmos. I think I showed you guys earlier. Sometimes people ask for a garden tour, and I'm like, not even sure where to start. I don't know how to even tell the story. It's like all these different plants. I'm trying to figure out a way to tell the story though. Like all the bees are still visiting. That is Cosmos right there. Oh, you guys can see, right? Cosmos. Why is it blurry? I'm trying to focus in for you guys. Yes, I do also have sunflowers, but they're mostly gone though. Look, this is it's at the end of the season. This is how it's looking. This is what it looks like. So yeah, not so hot. Oh, look at the swallowtail butterfly. Oh, I think it's a monarch or swallowtail. I think I was telling you guys I have a lot of grass too, so Oh, one thing I'm gonna have to work on. That's why I'm asking for all this cardboard. Oh, the beans you were asking. Oh, I have some beans growing here. I don't know what kind of beans. So these are cowpeas. Cowpeas, but these are beans. It goes like this. It technically needs a trellis, but I ran out of trellises, so that's why it looks the way it does. Oh, look, you guys, there's a beautiful um monarch. Is that a monarch? Is that a monarch, you guys? Is that a monarch over there? Here, like right here. Do you see? I see that. Is that a monarch? Or is it swallowtail? They're huge. It's like a big bird. Oh, there's two over there. Do you guys see them? Look, how beautiful. These are so big. They're like, are those monarchs? I think they are. Anyway, thank you, individual universe. Our okra, papaya, banana, aubergine. Oh, oh, I see. I see, individual universe. You have a Bach. I have a Bach about seas. Huh? Oh, it's like a monarch. Oh, yes, it look right. It's about that time when they're migrating, so it could very well, but they're so huge. They're like 3, 4 inches thick. I mean, they're like huge wings. Okay. All right. Oh, and this basil's ridiculous. I still have not processed it yet. But look, the bees are happy visiting it though. Bees, and it smells deliciously like a basil. All right. Yes. So right now I finally cut all the marigolds back. Those were actually taking up quite a bit of room. Here we are, another close up. It's huge. Ah, I don't think I'm growing Italian though, so maybe that's part of the secret to not grow Italian. I feel like Italian's a little bit more temperamental just because of how delicate the leaves are. I feel like it's more temperamental. Mine is definitely like some Asian form of basil. It's not delicate like the other ones. I also have watermelon in here. They're on the small side though, but it works. Oh, see, I've bell peppers somewhere in here, or I used to. Ooh, I think the mice ate them, you guys. I don't see them anymore. Guys, I used to have like two. Okay. This used to have a pepper here. Like, here's one of them. There used to be a big pepper here, though. Hmm. Somebody ate it. Let's see. Somebody ate the pepper. Well, so much for that. Okay. All right. I'm gonna walk back here. So I have a few things that I definitely want to move around this winter. Slowly but surely. First thing I did was I planted kind of like my first round of brassicas greens in the ground. We're getting rain on Saturday or this coming week, so that might be another opportunity for me to cleaning up the garden because when you plant a lot of stuff, it also means you got a lot of stuff to clean up. Ah, thank you, individual universe. What a positive comment to say. Yep, definitely here for the pollinators and whatnot. You've tried tricolor tie. Oh, oh, that's right, Jackie. You did tell me that. You did tell me that you planted multiple basil, and I forgot. You like Walmart to buy plants. Okay, yeah, Walmart's not a bad deal. Um, oh, the other fun thing is I also really like to grow from store bought. So you'll see me often talk about that. Like I just bought these cute little pumpkins that were because we're kind of getting close to pumpkin season, right? I saw them on a quick sale at the grocery store that I'm gonna cut, eat, and then save the seeds from regrow those. Love doing that. And they're really cute little squash pumpkins too. Yes, Jackie. Okay, yeah, I guess all of Texas might be getting rain. Okay, awesome. I think we're definitely expecting Thursday is actually when it's coming in for us. I said weekend, but Thursday. I also really do need to mulch the garden really badly this season. I think I avoided the work last year, and now I feel like the garden's kind of paying for it. It's just like a really thin layer of mulch, and underneath it, the dirt is like cracked. So in the front yard, I need to do that because I never really amended it before I started. But this year, I will definitely need to do that. I'm gonna use chip drop. We were talking about chip drop the other time, right? Or the other time, right, Jackie? Where I can get a local arborist to dump off their mulch in my in a I guess it'll have to be my driveway. I tried to do it in the front one time, and then the city started complaining after about 6 weeks of me leaving it there because it's a lot of mulch to work through. And they're like, "Sorry, we can no longer deliver you mail because we can't access your mailbox." So definitely have that to get through. I got some cleaning up to do here. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. Can't wait for actual frost to come. We can talk about it in more depth then. Yes. Okay, awesome, Jackie. It is a lot of mulch though, just to remember you. So for those of you that may be curious, Chip Drop is a service in the US that connects gardeners or people who need a lot of mulch with arborists, people who go around and cut people's trees down. Whenever they cut your tree down, they also take away that trash, but they also need somewhere to dump it. So this app will connect you with arborists who are trying to get rid of their trash, and then you can then use it for your own garden purposes. I've used it, I think, 3 times now, but be prepared. It is like a truckload full of mulch because these guys are for trying to do at the most efficient way possible, getting rid of their trash, right? They're not going to give you a small bunch. They're going to wait until the car or truck is fully loaded before they dump it all for you. Sorry, runny nose. What is my son's name, Jonathan? Ethan is his name. Thanks for asking. I asked him about 25 bags. Jackie, it probably will be a lot, but you know what they say? They say you should be mulching at least 3 inches thick. And if I did that for my entire front yard, I think for the front yard it'd probably be enough. But if I tried to do the backyard, I would not have enough. But it is like a ridiculous amount of mulch though, so be prepared. Sometimes folks will like tell their neighbors, "Hey, I have a bunch of leftover mulch. Come get it." So a great way to also get to know your neighbors. But usually there's like so much that even the neighbors dipping into it doesn't help you so much. But yeah, perfect, Jackie. Yep, I use all the help that you can get. Hello, Jerry. Good to see you. We were just talking about how to protect the garden from mulch. Mean, not mulch, from frost. I'm just going to recap here quick, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap up today in about 5 minutes. So, Jerry, if you're curious, I have a bunch of cattle panels that go like this, and I have currently tomatoes that grow here. It used to be pumpkins in the springtime, and then I'm just going to repurpose it to use it like this, turn it on its side. That way it's not so tall, and then put plastic over it. So I'm going to try that out this winter and see how that goes. Just curious, individual university. Just curious, what people use to plow the garden there? Is there a power tiller tractor? You could rent one. Um, sorry, runny nose here. Um, you could rent one from Home Depot. I don't personally till though. I don't know, Jackie, if you do either. But there's this concept of using no-till, meaning you don't till your garden. All you do is just layer on additional compost, mulch, and then that's what does the job. You don't actually have to till the ground. No, but Jerry, thank you for saying hi and stopping by, though. I appreciate that. Jackie, you're saying we try to mulch our under our neighbor's roof. We don't have gutters here, so the runoff. Ooh, is causing. Oh gosh, that's a great idea, Jackie. Um, Sorry, runny nose. I think if you borrow from permaculture concepts, you could even create like a stones to create like a waterway feature in that area. Jonathan, I think you're asking, what do you like in my garden? Is that carrots? Is that what it is? Oh, radishes, radishes. Um, I am growing radishes. I'm not sure where they are right now. Um, I tried to start some in soil blocks, and I might have let the soil blocks get a little too dry. My favorite thing right now is probably the eggplants. They were growing really beautifully, but now they seem to have some sort of purple or discoloration on them. So I'll have to look into that. Jerry, what were you saying? Like six. Oh, thank you, Jerry, for liking. So you're my like number six. I appreciate that. Tomatoes, yeah, tomatoes are classic. Cherry tomatoes. I have chocolate cherry tomatoes. Yeah, so the I think the farmers may actually till, but in a lot of home gardeners right now, it's common to do the no-till method, where all you do is you literally mulch it and then compost and then mulch, and then you let that slowly break down over time. So I don't till. Okay, you guys, thanks for hanging out today with me as we talked a little bit about frost and then the garden in general. Appreciate it. I on Friday, we're also gonna have another live, same time. And I'm not sure what we're gonna talk about yet, but I'm thinking about it, like seed saving. I feel like I already do the videos that I need to about that though. Same individual of universe. Nice to come across you as well. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna talk about yet, but I will poll and ask. Thank you guys for joining me today. Everyone take care. Have a good one and be well. I'll just hang out for another minute in case people are typing or want to say hi. Have a great day. Bye. See you next time, Jackie. Thank you. No, I appreciate it. I hope you're learning something new about gardening, about the garden table, cooking, getting outside. Hopefully, it's all